get into it. All right, so I'm gonna just wait for some people to come on, but I want to just do a little story time. Not really a story time, just a little catch up with y'all because messages. I want to see the messages when they come through. All right, what we got going on? So, anywho, so because this Black Girl has something to say, Black Girl Say Something is my podcast. We are an episode every Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all of that good stuff. We are adding podcasts to new platforms every week. Like over on TikTok, I have asked some people, where do you listen to podcasts? They've been telling me. So now we're on Pocket Cast because that was one that people was mentioning a lot. So I'm asking y'all over here, where do y'all listen to podcasts? Because that's where I'm going to be adding the podcast. And especially if I can add the podcast for free. There's some hosting platforms they want you to pay. I can't do that right now. So, with that being said, we're just adding the podcast to the free hosting platforms. Um, Also, I was on TikTok live yesterday and I was talking to some people, some of my mutuals. They came into the live and I was kind of telling them about some things that's been going on with me and, looking for work and this, that, and the third. And, they pretty much was saying, uh, some people in the live were like, I don't like that I handle things so well. And I say, you know what? That's me. I don't like the fact that I handle things so well. Maybe I should start crashing out more because why am I the person that handles everything so well? I don't like that gift. It's 10 to 10, by the way, so I'm going to make a wish. Okay. So I don't like that I'm the person that handles everything so well. I do not like that I'm the person that, uh, no one checks on the swimmer when they're drowning. Okay. No one checks on the swimmer when they're drowning. And that's unfortunate. A series of unfortunate events kind of have led me to a point of like, okay, what is going on? I don't necessarily like the trajectory of how things are looking. I'm not meeting any of my goals. Most of the goals require some financial, um, all of the goals require some financial capability, right? I'm making the content. I'm recording the podcast. The podcast is something I love doing. I've been doing it for 3 years now, right? Woohoo! We made 3 years. Um, but that doesn't take away the fact that it's something that's free that I do. One of the many things that I do, I offer free resources. I'm taking calls with people. I'm taking meetings. I'm hosting. I'm doing all of these things, but they're not yielding anything valid. So it leads me back to, okay, I'm gonna look for a job. Highly educated, overqualified Black woman. I don't want this to be one of those rants, but why am I the one that has to handle everything so well? It's a gift and a curse. It really is a gift and a curse because no one checks on you for handling everything so well, right? And so I had a moment where I was like, I didn't realize that I was looking sad, and my son was like, "Mommy, you look sad," and I'm like, "I'm not." And then I started to cry, and I'm like, "Oh," and my daughter's like, "Why are you crying?" And I'm like, "I don't know." But I just went ahead and I let it out because how are they going to know to process the ebbs and flows of emotions if they don't see me process the ebbs and flows of emotions, right? And so without telling them too much, I was like, it's just I had this interview today and it was really overwhelming. Um, because again, not necessarily realizing that it was going to be three people interviewing, which is already intense in itself. I think that could have been a heads up, but also to find out there's going to be four other interviews, and considering the one that I had was just a preliminary, so that doesn't count towards the four. That's overwhelming. And when they say, okay, we need somebody, it's like, well, what does that mean? Y'all need somebody. They also do this thing like jobs, the hard level of a job is subjective, right? I think it's only hard like when you start college. College is hard when you start it. At the start of the thing, it's hard. In the middle of the thing, it tends to get a little bit easier. But it's like, oh well, this job is one where you need to be able to juggle multiple things at once, and da, 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 and it's like, what job isn't like that? Like my very first job at 16 with no work experience was a very busy KFC buffet, right? I am a multi healthcare professional. As a phlebotomist, I worked ER to psych to regular floors. I worked cold blue. Have you ever been in a cold blue as a phlebotomist to draw blood? Oh, no? Oh, okay. Because that's hard, right? You don't know if the person's going to live or die, but you got to get in there in between all of the cardiac, the doctors, the this, the that, the third, the nurses, and get blood while the family is like, are they going to survive? That's hectic. That's juggling multiple things at once. So it's like, do you not want people to take the job? Like, do you want somebody to say, yeah, I can handle hard? No, because nothing's hard for me. Like, things are easy. But they don't want you to identify with the job being easy. And so that's weird, right? Like, is that weird or is it just me? Um, but here I am wondering, okay, what is the next step going to be? I also have picked back up something that I started doing last summer. I met this lady and I'm like, okay, from here, had I not met her, I probably wouldn't have picked back up doing this. And my mic is going dead. You see what I'm saying? It's like there's always something. Let me unhook the mic. And now I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear me. And that's gonna stress me out. So because it's Black Girl has something to say, I'll just end on this note. I don't like that I'm the person that handles everything so well. It sucks. It's hard. And I don't like it because no one checks on you when you handle everything so well. So check on your strong friends today. Check on your strong family member today. See if they're okay. And honestly, if they say they're okay, probe a little bit more. Don't just take it at what it is. Till next time.